You got 2 or 3. How many you bring with you, Trey?
Just 2.
Just 2.
These 2 guys.
Oh yeah,
You want to say something right off the bat, and then we'll jump into it? How do you want to handle it? 'Cause it's your deal.
I just, I'm really proud of our guys. I thought we fought through some adversity today. It definitely was not our best game. I thought we really didn't play that well in the first half, but we got it back together. Really, these 2 guys right here, got things started offensively for us in the second half, and we locked in defensively in the second half. But always great to get a win. Sometimes it's not the prettiest. I would say today was more of an ugly win than a pretty win, but we got it done, and couldn't be more proud of our guys.
The drive all year was to get back to Birmingham, which obviously you accomplished today. What does it mean? It's the easy question to ask right after, but what's it mean with this bunch to go back to Jacksonville and get both of the players to, I'm going to ask you something about that, different from your answer.
Yeah, I'll say this. I wasn't, on the trip to Birmingham last year, these guys experienced that. And, stepping into this situation, I know I had, my hands full of trying to get these guys prepared to get back there. And, these guys are just, I'm so blessed and lucky. Not only do I have great players, we have great coaches. I got great people around me. So I'm just blessed to coach these guys. And, we knew that the goal this season, I think we met our first team meeting tonight. We said our goal was to get back to Birmingham. And that's what we've done today, and now the goal is to keep going. So, like I said, very, very proud of our guys, and, just blessed to be in this situation.
And then for the players, because you're going back, and that was what the carrot was all along, is the sense that you have immediately after doing that today, accomplishment, probably not satisfaction because you got more to do, but where does this put you in that regard? How do you feel basically about winning the regional and going back where you're probably going to be favored again?
Obviously, we feel really good about that. This is one of our accomplishments that we pretty much made it happen, but we still got 2 more games to lock in as a team, play as a team, and try and pull it off again and bring it back. But this is really good compliment to come back.
Yeah, I would say I'm happy we made it this far again. This is definitely an accomplishment. It's something that we really wanted. We're not finished yet, though. So.
For each of the players, for each of the players, I just want to ask, just on this team, on this program, has there been extra pressure just to try to get back to this point after winning last year?
Yeah and no. We just got to keep the outside talk and not really listen to that. Just stay in our circle and just prepare for what we're doing. That's about it.
Just does it feel like there's extra pressure on getting to Birmingham this year after the program did it last year?
Like you said, yeah or no, not really pressure. It's just, that's always our goal. I don't think any of us really pressure to get back, but that's the goal we want to do.
Do y'all hear that talk though, that just from either in the school or just people in the community?
Yeah, all the time, but we just zone it out and try to focus on us as a team.
Coach.
I was gonna ask the coach, but how do you kind of talk to these guys? Because I'm sure it does come up. They're friends, they're classmates, just people in the community. How do you kind of talk to them about keeping do it one step at a time and not focus on maybe the end goal and repeating and all that talk?
Yeah, I think it's it's pretty common, pretty human nature to say that that big goal at the end. But we just try to take it one game at a time, and these guys really said it best. Our locker room, our circle is really tight, and so there may be noise going on outside, but we just try to stay locked into what we do. And we got, like I said, we got such a good group of guys and coaches, and we love working with each other, and we know the ultimate goal, but we just try to enjoy every day and compete every game as hard as we can, because we know when we're playing our best, we're a tough out for anybody. So we just try to take it one game at a time, and that's served us well so far, so that's what we'll keep doing.
It was a tight game. It wasn't pretty, but it was tight all the way, through, especially in the first half. They had a chance to tie the game. Cam goes and blocks the shot, and then these 2 guys hook up with the alley-oop, and I think you did that 2 or 3 times during the course of the game. Do you remember that particular play when you denied them from tying it up? And what's the secret between your 2 alley-oop stuff, your pass and your dunk, whether you hold on to the rim or not?
Yeah, me and Kate, we do that a lot. We guys talking about that when we got here. Yeah, he pulled a little something out. I missed the first one, but I knew he was gonna come back. He gonna need a rock.
Just knowing me and John down the court on the transition, why not throw the alley to him? Like, I feel like he's gonna catch it. So if it's us two on the transition, I just throw it. We were just talking about that before the game also. So yeah.
That you were going to do it. Is that,
We were just talking about we get a fast break, like we just gonna throw the alley.
And then do you remember that particular stretch? Because that basically gave you the lead for the rest of the game. How important was that particular play?
It was really important because we played with a lot of energy, and that brought a lot of energy, not just towards us, but to the crowd. And we play a lot of energy. We're hard to beat.
Coach, two key stats. When you play a team like Etowah, they live off turnovers and they live off fast break points. You actually had outscored them 18-2 on fast break points and 15-6 on points off turnovers. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I think I mentioned that in the scouting report, right? Like, we better get our butts back, and we better keep them off the boards. We know this is not a team you need to help. They're tough in their own right. You can't turn it over to them. You can't let them clean the glass. And our guys did a good job of that. Like I said, I wasn't extremely happy with how we played early because I thought we gave them some of the some runouts and the stuff that we said we weren't going to give them. But I thought really as a group, especially that first five, they really locked into taking that away in the second half. And it seemed like once we did that, they had a little bit harder time scoring on us. And like John said, we want to play with the energy, and getting stops and not letting them have easy stuff gives us energy. And when we play with energy, we play tough in transition. And like they said, these guys have played together so long, and we're long and athletic. So when we get in transition, we feel most comfortable. And we like that. We want the game to be fast, and when we get stops, we do a good job of getting it out and doing that. So these guys did a great job. I don't know if they listened to the scouting report until it actually happened in the game, but eventually we got it fixed and we took care of it.
I think you're up by 10 at half, and you're doing okay in the third quarter. But it looked like when you needed points, Ethan gave them to you inside. He's kind of like your forgotten starter, with the rest of the talent you have out there. What did he add to you in that third quarter stretch, and what's he add to your team as the fifth starter? I mean, and you can answer that, and then the guys can talk about.
I'll say it, and then y'all can say it. I'll keep mine short because they can tell you all about it and how much he means to us. These guys get a lot of the highlights and they get a lot of the publicity, and so does Cam and so does Devin. So 4 of our 5 starters get a ton of the limelight, and Ethan is the guy behind the scenes doing all the stuff that nobody wants to do. The guy works hard. He does all the dirty work. He cleans boards. He takes charges. And he's just, he's such a big part to what we do. And I know these guys feel the same as I do. We couldn't do what we do without him. Even though he doesn't get all the publicity, we couldn't do it without him. And he does a great job, and he embraces that role. He knows he's like an offensive lineman in football. He knows he's not going to be glorified that much, but he's perfectly happy playing his role and doing it at a high level. Y'all can speak on it too.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. He is a big role in our team. He helped the team out so much. He knows his role and what makes it even better. And he's so physical and strong, so he helped us out tremendously.
Yeah, Ethan's, like you said, he's a big part of our team. He's one of our main captains, and he leads us. He helps us lead the underclassmen, and he's just very, very strong on and off the court, and he just helps us move down really well. He's a great teammate to have.
Coach,
Go ahead. Did you sense that they got tired in the fourth quarter? Because y'all went from 10 to 20 without a whole lot of trouble, it seems to me.
You talking about the other team or us?
Etowah.
They
get tired?
A little bit. We don't really sense they're tired. Usually our coaches tell us after the game we got them tired, but we don't really sense that they're tired, so we just keep playing because our practices are all like fast, so we just keep playing pretty much.
It's just normal. They just do what they normally are trained to do. They don't think. They just play.
Coach, you called a timeout with 3:20 left in the third. It was a 3-point game. Do you remember kind of what you said to the guys, and how did you see the guys respond to that timeout coming out of it?
Oh, I think we were preaching at that mark. I think we were just preaching the same thing we were preaching the whole fourth quarter was, let's get our shot. We didn't need to force anything. We knew we had the lead, and we were just trying to play our game without forcing anything dumb and letting them back in the game. Smart basketball is a huge part of finishing games. And I was just trying to remind the guys that we can get whatever shot we want. We don't have to force it, and be strong with the basketball and get stops on the defensive end. So I think those, it wasn't anything special at that 3-minute mark, but it was kind of the same message driving home in the fourth quarter. Just get our shot and play defense, and that's what the guys did. They really did a great job of stretching that lead out and playing good defense. And I'm really proud of how we closed the game. I thought that was the best from the end of third quarter, through the fourth. I thought that's when we played our best basketball.
Caden, what was going on for you offensively in the first half?
Like, what do you mean by that? Like,
I mean, 14 points.
oh yeah, I just felt like I could drive, so I'm best at driving, so I feel like I drive, put the ball back up, and just move fast. If I see the open lane, I'm gonna take it. So that's how I feel.
How great was it, celebrating with the other students? I saw, you get to run over after all the awards are done. How cool was that?
It feels great. They came and supported us. I don't know if we could do it without the Nest, so they mean a big part of our team also. So.
It feels amazing because that's kind of like it with all sports. Everybody just really wants to help each other out, and it's fun because most of those people are our classmates we see in regular class, so they're like some of our good friends at school. So it was really cool seeing them support us on this big stage. There's a lot of people here, it's like a really big stage.
Yeah, it was a great job. They're a huge student section, and we love seeing it. Love seeing them out, and our administration let school off a little early today just to get these guys out, and they whited it out, and I think that was probably one of the best ones we've had all year.
That was pretty
good.
nice.
What was it like getting being on the all-tournament team and getting the MVP honors?
It feels great. It just, we hustle. I say it has a lot to do with the team. The team is a big part. They help us defense on and off the court, on the bench. So it's a big part of the team also. They keep us up. So that's what I say.
It feels really good for the all-tournament team to win MVP. And in our eyes, our whole team is this all-tournament team. We all had a role in this game, and we're just blessed. And